Okay, here we are. We're playing a new game today called Pantheon. Start off with my heyo. We are playing a Dire Lord, Dark Mirror, Male, Level 1, starting in Throw Fast, Normal. And over here's my list of characters. I've never played the Dire Lord before, so we're going to do a Dire Lord solo play. Start off nice and slow and see how it goes. So let's get started. Pantheon is in early access. It is a multiplayer, massively multiplayer online role-playing game in the spirit of EverQuest. It was made by some of the same people that made EverQuest. It was crowdsourced and is now in early access. So here we are with my guy, Squidly. We are inside a cave. You can see there are Dire Lord trainers and scrolls here. We open our inventory by pressing I. We have a bag, which we can right click on and it opens. I'm just going to put that over there. Actually, I'll put it here for now. Going to move our food and water down there. We have some ability scrolls, which if we right click on, you can see that they're going to learn the ability scroll. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on that one, close this, and I'm going to move this up there. Just because that's where I like it. So now we're learning our new abilities, whatever they are, I don't even know. Here we have a mysterious letter, no trade, lifebound. I can't trade it, but if I die, it's still on me. But it says to right click to begin a task. Let's right click on it and see what we got. You do not know me, but I have an opportunity for you. Find me near the well in the center of the village of Avelia, and I will explain more. Until we meet, Foreman Aldous. So a little bit of a quest. So we'll accept that quest. Perfect. Now if I hit with J, this brings up your quest log, and you can see there we have a mysterious letter complete, and it tells you what the objectives are. Okay, now we've put some spells into our spell book, as it says right here. You put it on. I can put it on a hotbar from the codex. So to access the codex, I believe it's B, and there you go. That's what we've got. Ready Blade. It's already there. What does Ready Blade do? Ready Blade is the Dire Lord technique that deals damage to the target and increases parry chance by 10% for 40 seconds. Okay, that's good. Touch of Blood. So if I right click on this, it adds it automatically to my hotbar. This is a utility. This is the utility hotbar. Pantheon, they're using a limited action set, I believe it's called. So you have techniques, which would go in here, utilities go in here, and actions go down here. And then sometimes you'll have more abilities than is available on the bar, so you have to strategically pick which ones you want depending on what it is you're doing. So Touch of Blood, what does that do for us? Touch the essence of your enemy's life force, draining life equal to your missing health, dealing damage equal to half the amount restored. Okay, so it's a little like drain life. This is a instant action, so it goes in the action bar. Affect the enemy's mind with relentless apparitions. Whenever you use certain abilities on the afflicted target, provoking phantoms will gain 1 stack up to a maximum of 20. Each stack will increase the amount of threat you generate on the target with subsequent actions. Okay, so this guy is what's called a tank class. So threat is when I make the guy mad at me, he attacks me as opposed to other people in my group. Not that we're going to be playing in a group, but that's my function, is to keep the bad guy's attention on me because I can absorb the damage while the other people in my group either heal or do damage to try and bring that person down quickly. Right. So you can only use provoking phantoms on one enemy at a time. Using this ability on a new target will immediately remove the effect from the original target. Okay, so it's a single target effect. Boil Blood. Corrupt an enemy with your essence, causing their blood to boil and burst, dealing minor fire damage every 3 seconds for up to 24 seconds. Okay, so and it increases threat. So this is a damage over time that increases threat. Okay, great. Those are our abilities. We have a brittle hatchet for a weapon, no shield, a torch, and some cloth armor. So I believe we can only wear leather with this guy, as opposed to chainmail or plate mail on some of the heavier tank classes. I've not played in this area much, but I know that if we go out there, there's going to be some guys that will kill us initially. So what I can do is I can just kill these guys here to level up. So let's do that. All right, and what does this one do? touch it. Oh, that's my tap. So basically a heal. Okay, and I've got that on them, but they don't have that. There we go. Let's tap them. There we go, and we'll give them another. Okay, and now I can right-click on it to collect it, but because I haven't got any, if I go in my inventory, this is my weapons or adventuring set. Click on this profession set. I don't have any crafting or skinning or mining tools, so I can't skin the animal just yet. And I have to sneeze. Please excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to kill some simple creatures to level up quickly so we can make some money. Oh, look at this. So that's a 29-minute cooldown on that. So that's like, I guess, kind of like the Paladin's lay on hands. So that's like your emergency. Uh-oh, I'm gonna die. So we probably shouldn't have used that. Oh, now we know. I did not know that. This is the problem. I've never played this class before, so good to know. Okay, so we've got some phantom on it, and we've got fire damage over time. Okay, and what does this do again? Certain abilities flicker provoking game 1 sack. Oh, so it just increases in threat, so not a huge solo advantage to that. Okay, good to know. So if I was in a group, that'd be super helpful, but here it doesn't really do a lot, and it costs... There's no cost, so it doesn't matter. So it's like a pull. This costs 150 essence, which is that bar there. Gained by taking or dealing melee damage. Okay, so by killing stuff, I get essence. Alright, now you can see I'm a little hurt, so I'm gonna rest. When I sit, I rest, I get this buff. Recovering health and mana every 5 seconds. So, oh, increase parry rate by 10. Okay, so I'm just gonna rest till this, which is my health. If this gets to 0, I die. So I want to get it to 46. If you die before, I think it's level 5, you don't lose any of your gear. If you die after level 5, that's when you lose your gear. What's this guy over here? Oh, he's a... I'm guessing a necromancer? No? No, I think he's the same as me. Oh, but he's level 4. What's the range on that? 20-meter range? I must have had a line of sight issue. Not enough readiness. So this is my readiness bar, and I need to get, comes in like 5 sections. I need 1 section per use of this. So you can see I have not enough to use that particular ability at the moment. So if you watch this bar, you'll see it gets up and there'll be like a clear delineation. See right there's the delineation. Now I can use that, and then it resets. But it does a little more damage, and since I'm almost dead, I want to truly try and finish that guy off before he finishes me off. Down here on the bottom is our experience bar. So it's divided into 10 sections. We're just over halfway, and then we'll get our next level, which means we can get another ability. This is our chat channel. This is where we can hear people talking. So for example, this guy, Juan Zhang says out of character, "Thank you for the drive-by buff." So somebody ran by and buffed him. This is our combat window. It shows our damage and we do. You can have it all incoming. You can select, others, group self, everybody, healing, whatever you want. Okay, and get that bat. So if I hit C, it will tell me the color-coded white means the same level as me. So that's the challenge. So it's indifferent to your presence, means it won't attack me on sight. It would be evenly matched fight, which it appears to be. And that it can see me. So that was correct information. Also white. Everything's probably going to be white at this level for my guy. Since this is a starter area. Okay. We could probably survive this fight. Alright, and now we're going to take a little rest. So let's look at our inventory. So you can see we've killed things. As we've killed things, we've gotten these materials. Now, beside this batwing, for example, it says reagent. That means it can be used in alchemy. That's also an alchemy agent. That's a general, which means it's just for sale. You can't use it in an alchemy. Generally speaking, can't use it as an alchemy. Reagent and reagent. We are not going to pick our ability for crafting yet. I don't know what I want to do with this guy. I haven't really thought about it. So, it's probably not going to be alchemy, though. So we'll just sell all that, because we're going to need to buy spell materials. Okay, that guy just dropped money, which is good, because we need money. They also are good for dropping materials. By materials, sorry, I mean armor and weapons. So, because we have terrible armor and terrible weapons. So, it's an easy way to upgrade your material, is to just use... fight them. For free gear. Oh, there you go. Now we're level 2. So, what we can do is run back over here to our trainer. And we can see what he has for scrolls. So, we have already known level 1. Already known level 1. Already known level 1. We don't know that one, level 2. Level 4, level 5. So that's 98 copper. There's the price right there. We check our inventory. We check our adventuring tab. We have 0 money. However, we can sell these things, as I said. So if I hold down Alt, while having a trade window open, I can right click and sell it for money. So you see we have 0 money here. If I right click on this, I'll get 15 copper, 16 copper, 22 copper, 15 copper. So let's see if that's enough stuff to buy the spell. Just enough. 1 silver, 13 copper. So we only needed 98 copper. So I can right click on that. Now we have 15 copper left over. So we made a profit. Right click on this, add it to our spell book. Open up our spell book, scroll to the bottom, Sanguine Shield. Sanguine Shield. Convert your essence into a shield absorbing damage for up to 25% of your maximum health for 4 seconds. So it's a shield ability. So let's see what that does. Well, let's go find some more skeletons and such. Turn into nighttime? Oh no, we were over this way. There we are. Okay, so when I click on the target, it shows it here. When I click on a friendly target, say this guy over here, Shadil, it shows him over here. So if I was grouped with Shadil and I was a healer, I could see his health and I could see the bad guy's health. I'm not a group with Shadil, so I'm not going to worry about his health. I am, however, going to see if I can find a skeleton. Now, the further I go, the worse it gets. So you have to be careful. So what I can do is I can click on this hatchling. Okay, see, he's yellow. That means he's 1 level or 2 levels above me. It would be a challenging fight, and I would possibly die. I don't want to die, so I'm gonna look for targets elsewhere. What do we got here? Wolf Pup. Okay, he's white. We can try him. And this uses, what? Did it say essence? 200 essence? That's my essence there, okay? So normally we could skin this guy if we had a skinning knife, but we haven't gone outside yet to get one because there's some very scary people outside that would kill us. Ooh, he's orange, so that's above yellow, dangerous. So we don't want to fight that guy. Really would like to find some skeletons to get some free armor and weapons, but they appear to all have been fought. So let's just fight some blue guys, I guess, to level up. They're a little easier. So obviously the higher level, white and up, yellow, orange, give you better XP, but it is more significant risk. So you gotta balance risk versus reward. Okay, so it looks like the further in I go, the worse it's gonna get. These are all going to be blue. So it's an interesting analysis of, is it worth running around or just kill easy blues? The more I run around, the less experience I get. But then I can find better opponents. Okay, so I didn't mean to fight that guy. I just like double clicked on him. And it's a area with lots of bad guys in it, so I need to be careful of that, because if I click on the wrong thing, I'm gonna get killed. Especially when I'm low on mana and health. Don't have mana on this guy, just health. Mana is what usually casters have. Like this person here, Etsy, she's level 1 something. I don't know what she is. Oh, she's got to be some kind of wizard, I'm guessing. She has elemental focus, which is a starting wizard ability. Yeah. So she has mana. We don't have it. So, what's going to give me the best bang for my buck? I think it's going to be bats. So this is my auto attack. So see how he just swings by himself? When it's flashing red, it means I've turned it on, and you can activate that using the tilde key on your keyboard. Alright. So if you just walk up to him and hit your tilde key, it automatically swings at him. You don't have to use an ability. But the abilities are what do the most damage. The auto attack, you can see, does very little damage. Alright, now we don't get a new ability till level 4. So I think we'll be good. Just leveling up. So the MMO game style is a lot of what they call the grind. And that's exactly what we're doing right here. I'm grinding through the lower levels. Oh, look, we got new abilities. Haunted Slash and Arcane Tear. Occasionally you get new abilities based on the level of your weapon. So if we go to my character screen, you can see here's my abilities, Axe 7 of 9. So I must have needed to get 7 to get those abilities. So that's kind of exciting. Let's see what those are. Arcane Tear. And what was the other one? Haunted Slash. Okay, Arcane Tear. It does strike a magical essence in your target, stealing 6% of their resistances for 30 seconds. Okay. And then Haunted Slash. Deals damage to target, generates bonus threat. Okay. So we can put them on the hotbar and then move them around as required. So let's see. If I attack this bat. What does this use? Readiness. Readiness. Also readiness. So that increases parry. This does damage and threat. Okay, and that did 12. And that did 14, give or take. So, not bad. So 1 is for threat when I'm playing. What does this one do? Strike the magical essence, dealing 6% of their resistances. So if I am in a group, I want to generate threat. If I'm solo, I probably want to use the parry one because I don't have anybody healing me. So I'll probably stick with the parry one. So let's try this guy. I don't want to pull both of them. They're what's called social. So if you pull one and there's another one nearby, they'll both come. Nope, see, just like that. Which is not what I wanted not to happen. But we should be able to fight 2 of these and survive, I would think. Okay. Alright. We lived. We got some money and some bones. Which we don't really need the bones. That's for a necromancer to summon his pet, which is of course a skeleton made of bones, but we can sell them for money, so that's fine. Okay, so we're making some money. We got some new abilities. We're leveling up. We are close to level 3. And we're just sitting and healing right now. We're almost healed. I don't know why this person decided to fight where I was fighting, so I'll just go, excuse me, somewhere else. People in MMOs do weird things like that sometimes. More bats and skeletons. Let's kill a rat. Why not? Got a rat tail. Nice. There's a quest for those. So I have played this game. I have a bunch of other characters. I just never played a Dire Lord. I have a paladin that's fairly high, a wizard. By fairly high, I mean like 15. I think 40 is the max level, but you would really need to focus on one class to get that level of experience, and I have what I like to call is I'm what you call an altaholic. I like playing all different kinds of character classes just to see what they can do and kind of, you know, keep it interesting. Is it mathematically the best way? No. But I like to experience all the different classes. Okay, let's see if I rest here. Let's check our inventory. Okay, so our inventory is getting kind of full. I'm going to keep that because I know there's a quest for that. And those are hard to come by. The rest I don't need to keep. I can sell all that. I want to kill this snake. He is yellow. It'll be a risk. There's a good chance we could die. Worst comes to worst, if we get close to death, I could run to the guards. Maybe they'll save us. Maybe. But if we die, it's not a huge deal. Because we're only level 2, so you'll just respawn. It depends on different games. Original EverQuest, if you died, even at low levels, not a big deal. But if you die in this game in EverQuest, it can be somewhat difficult. In other games, dying is not necessarily a bad thing because they just make it easy for you to recover your corpse. In EverQuest, in this game, if you die, you have to go find your corpse and get your stuff back. In EverQuest, you could lose all your stuff if you didn't recover it within a certain amount of time. And this game kind of harkens back to that reality, which is kind of what people wanted. So, okay, so we're just about half. I don't have my emergency fuel. I probably should have saved for this fight, but we'll see if we can tough it out. We may have to run. If we get him down to a certain level of health, we'll stand and fight till we die. If we can get him down to a certain level, he'll run. Oh, well, we also have to hit him. It's gonna be close. See, he ran. We lived. Whew, that was a close one. Alright, I'm gonna go back and sell all of our stuff while we recover our health. If I hold down the shift key, I can sprint. You see this yellow bar here? That's my endurance. So I have to be careful that I don't run that down or I become what's called exhausted. It wears off over time, but it's a pain in the butt. Okay, so let's sell all of this stuff. Alright, we've got some money. Let's buy our level 4 ability, which is Life Tap. Nice. Okay, and our level 5... No, can't afford it. What's level 6? Level 7? Alright, so we'll just put this down here for now. Doo-doo-doo. What does a Dark Trader sell? Oh, nothing. Okay. Alright. We're close to our levels, so let's just kill whatever it's in our way just to get our level. Oh, I discovered a faction, the Dark Trade. Look at that. Factions aren't really a thing yet in this game. As I said, it's in early access, so... Oh, we're almost dead here. I think I forgot to heal up. Okay, so we luckily lived. You can see we're very close. We're going to have a seat, and we're going to heal up. Still only the one quest. That guy's outside in town. So I know that if you go out of the cave, which I think is over there, there are some difficult people to get past. I don't know why they did it that way. Again, it's early access. So I just want to get a few levels before we head out there. Usually what we can do is we could just sneak past. But I want to have, in case I get attacked, I want to at least have a few hit points. So we can survive. The beauty of these kind of games is other character classes can do what's called buffing you. So, they give you abilities which appear up in this area that increase your strength. See where this is right here? Ready? So there'd be more. This is a bad thing. This is a good thing. The good things are here. The bad things show up here. What that allows you to do is you can have greater AC, greater speed. AC is armor class, which is your ability to defend against damage. Greater speed, greater strength, greater endurance, all kinds of different buffs. And some people who are higher levels, and even when I'm on my higher levels, just freely buff people, just to be nice. So you can go out as a low level and get some buffs, and it makes fighting easier, so you can level faster, right? So let's go out the cave and see if we can survive. Oh, stash keeper. Oh, look, that's a bank. Ah, cool. So this is where I can put stuff in the bank. I can put money, I can put bags, and then open up more stuff. I don't really have anything to put in the bank right now. That's good to know. So let's just have a look outside and see if we can get past. I think they're called Utherians. I might be misremembering the name. So this is the cave. It's just in any other class you start in town and you can just run to the area that is much easier and you don't have to run past these Utherians. And I don't know why they did it. The Barrow Dark? Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Yes. So this is the area outside. And down there is where the Utherian encampment is. And they're like pretty high level. So I think they started off when they originally started, this was here, and they didn't have this cave over here. Okay, so fortunately for us, there's a high level guy sitting here. And he is camping this area. See, there's the Utherians there. Anything good? Oh look, we got a staff. Can't use it, but we can sell it. So he is camping this. He is level 13. So as the creatures here, this is what's called a camp, as the creatures here spawn, the Utherians, there's about 5 or 6 usually here. Occasionally there's a boss that spawns here, but it's random when he or she appears, so you have to just keep killing them over and over. And that's what he's doing. Over here to the left is, if I click on this guy here, you'll see this little triangle right here. That means he's a group mob. So if I con him, it says he's orange, wants to kill me. He would be dangerous just by himself because he's orange. But he also requires a group of adventurers to overcome. So even if he was like green or gray, I would still have difficulty killing him because he has a higher pool of hit points. So he's a group mob. So you need, if you see this, oh, I can't quite make that if I drag this up here. He's also immune to fear. So you need groups to fight those guys. And this is a group-based game. Oh, okay. He's now chasing me. So I'm going to sprint to the guards and hope that I don't get killed before I get there. Now I can't let my endurance run out totally because then I will become what's called exhausted. Oh, and there's also a snake. Okay, but I just need to make it to that guy there before this ghost viper hits me. Oh, 2 ghost vipers. And this guy, Night Guard Aldrich, will hopefully save my bacon. Before I die. Okay. See, the guards came to my rescue. Thank you, guards. Now, this Night Guard Aldrich has a quest. It's called Vipers in the Night. Basically, he wants you to kill a snake. He gives you 500 XP and some money. So I'm like, okay. He wants me to kill a young ghost viper. I don't think I could kill one right yet. But you never know. Better to grab it now. Now, this is a town of Avelia. over there is what's basically called the noob area, where you go to fight when you're brand new. Kind of like the noob area we were just inside the cave. This is where regular town, right, where the rest of the characters usually start. This guy has a quest, but I'm not high enough to get it yet. You can also start in a place called Wild's End, which is the other side of the world. So if you're like a elf or a halfling, based on your race, it depends where you start. So we were basically a merman. See, we're like a fish guy with fish ears. So we started in the cave with the ogres because we're basically quote unquote an evil race, but they haven't really delved into that yet. As I've said, this is in early access. So this is the town. And this guy here, Foreman Aldous, is the guy we have to talk to. Oh, that's the wrong button. That brings up the social window. Jay, that's the guy we got to talk to, right? So we can go talk to him. And what he's going to do is he's going to give us a bunch of gathering quests. So I give him the mysterious letter. Ah, you got my letter. Excellent. I don't suppose you've seen the old quarry just north of the village. Believe it or not, Avelia used to be a mining town. That is until a few years ago when an incident occurred anyway. Now the whole place is flooded and anything there is lost to us, but the town still has needs, and you seem resourceful enough. You could do worse than pitching in around here. You might even make some coin for your trouble. If you're willing to help out, let me know. Okay, so yeah, okay, I complete it. And then he offers me all these quests. Learning to craft, I'm not going to read each of them, but this basically is you get these 2 coins, and then you can trade those coins in for crafting professions. So like armor smith, leather working, tailor, wood crafting, etc., etc. So I'll just accept that, and then I will complete it. And you can see in my inventory now I have these 2 coins. If I lose these coins, I'm screwed, so I want to make sure I don't lose them. And then this is one for mining, one for harvesting, one for wood cutting, one for skinning, and one for salvaging. Basically, I accept these quests. He's going to give me a tool, which will go in each one of these. And then he wants me to bring in ore for the mining, skin for the skinning, wood for the wood cutting, harvesting. I think he wants potatoes to start with. And salvaging is when you take old material and break it down. So I'm just going to quickly go through and accept these. And as you can see, he's giving me the tools in my inventory. I'm going to open my bag. Oops, bag. As I accept them. And then I'm going to get a scavenging tool, which is here. And now I've accepted all of his quests. Oh, see there, look, somebody just gave me a buff. So I'm going to say thanks. So I hit enter, I'm in say, I say thanks. Now, if I right click on this pick, it goes into my profession inventory. So I can now mine, I can now harvest, I can now chop down trees, and I can skin those animals that I was killing before. This is a salvaging tool. This is my schematic bag, which is here. So when I learn a profession and I get a schematic, so a schematic is how I would say if I was a tailor, make a shirt. The recipe for that would be stored in here. They store your salvage tool in here. So I'm just going to put that in there and then put it at the bottom. So now if I go to the salvager's workbench over here, I can do crude salvaging, but I don't have anything that I want to salvage. Okay, now I can also sell stuff to this fella. And I have some things I want to sell, like these bat wings, yes. That skull, yes. That's a monk-only staff, so I'm going to sell it. I need that for a quest, but I'll sell that. Okay, and now, how much money do I have? I have 1 silver and 84 copper. I can buy a pouch for 1 silver and 95 copper. Don't have enough right now, but I eventually want to buy some of those. I can put them in here and then have more bags. What I'm going to do is go put my profession coins in the bank so I don't sell them by accident or get rid of them. And then I'm going to put this, right click, put that in the bank, right click, put that in the bank. Okay, and now we're good. There are other quests that I can get depending on what I want to do, but I haven't decided what professions I want with this fella, but I can do this guy here, Treasure Hunter. He has the Art of Scavenging, which was that tool they gave us before. So he's going to instruct us in scavenging. We complete the quest, then he gives us some scavenging quests to do. I won't go through them in detail because it'll take too much time. But these are schematic for a fox fur paintbrush. So when I told you have your schematic and you have your schematic window, I right click on this and now I know how to make a fox fur paintbrush. And this teaches me how to make a burlap bandage pattern. Okay, so if I go over to the scavenging bench, because that's the scavenger fella, he gave me the burlap bandage pattern. So I need 2 scraps of burlap to make burlap cloth. And then that's how I make a fox fur paintbrush, which is just for the quest. I know from playing before that if I want to be a cook, I go to that house over there. And I know occasionally some stuff in here spawns right around here. Sometimes you can find some free food, which gives you buffs. Up the hill, this is if you want to be a tailor. You can go talk to this fella and learn how to be a tailor. If I want to be a leather worker, I talk to that person and be a leather worker. They also have just a regular quest, so I'm going to grab it. Just because it gives you a little bit of experience, but more importantly, it gives you money. And with money, I can buy more bags. More bags, I can carry more stuff, which means I can sell more stuff, which means I can make more money. It's a vicious circle. It is the grind. And I know this person, if you want to be a cook, you learn how to cook from this person. They also have a quest for hornets. So you see it's a little bit of money. Some rabbit skillet food, which gives you increased movement speed. So that's nice to have. So we can do that quest. And I know up at the top of this hill, this is where the cleric and paladin classes are. If you were a human, you would start in town here, and you would start, if you were a cleric, you'd be in here. See, there's the cleric guys there. That guy's probably a cleric. And then over in the back corner there, paladins, right? But this fella here, Priest Almar, has quests. He's got Utharian Presence, which is those guys over there. He just wants you to go over and say, hey, do you see those guys over there? Yes, report back to me. And then this one is Field Dressing. He's going to teach you how to make a bandage. So I accept that. Done. Okay. Those are all... Oh, I forgot. Down here in the ranger area. So this is where if you were a ranger, like a bow and arrow kind of Robin Hood type dude. You see there's the guys shooting arrows, ranger trainees. They talk when you go near them. See? And this lady here, the huntress, she offers a quest called Night Warden, which is also for a snake, which we have a quest already won. So if we kill one snake, we complete 2 quests. All right. Now, what they've done in this game in relation to crafting is if you want to get magic armor or magic weapons, they put crates that respawn in the same area over and over again, but like once every 4 or 5 hours. So I know from playing before that there's always a crate right here. Somebody's already got it, but within the next 4 to 5 hours, it will reappear. Someone will come along and take the schematic out of it. And if you just keep checking, sometimes you're lucky and you get it, and most times you don't. There is another one that pops over here. This is for if you want to be an armor smith, you talk to that guy. And in this room right here is a crate, but there's no crate there right now. Okay. So let us head back to... Well, let's go down here. This is a path to the newbie area. This is the human newbie area. We were fighting in the, I guess, mere ogre newbie area. And you can come here. Now, what happens here is a good spot because at night, there's lots of skeletons. Skeletons, like this guy here, they drop armor and weapons, which is better than the armor and weapons we currently have. So we're going to try and kill them. Now, the regular crumbling, they don't have as high a probability of dropping weapons as a shambling. However, shambling are more difficult to kill. So we'll just take our chances and see if we can get Lucky. Beetles are social. If I attack this beetle, any other beetle nearby will come and attack me. So I have to be careful. Oh, look, a little shield. I guess that's that shield. Kind of cool. So far, we have not been lucky. Oh, we have to kill one of these. What is he? He's blue. Okay, yeah, we'll kill him. We have a quest for these guys. J, you can see we have the home infestation quest. And we have to kill 10 yellowback hornets. Over to my right here, this is if you were a shaman, you would start over there, or a druid human, you would start over there. The monks are up the hill there. Oh, so this guy is blue, but he's shambling, so he's a higher level. So let's get some of his resistance. I've never used that one yet. Oh, and our heal's back in case we get in trouble. That's good. So we've kind of gone in a circle. But that's okay. Why is that only up against him? I didn't see it against... Maybe they don't have resistances. Let's try this rat and see if that pops up. It takes 1,000 readiness. Yeah. No, it pops up. Strange. We also have a quest for... Oh, yes. So now I've right-clicked. Because I have my skinning knife, you can see I can skin him, which will give me meat and pelts, which are used for cooking and for crafting. Like leather armor, bags, all kinds of stuff. And you can just sell it for money. Alright. We'd really like to find skeletons. There's also a chest that pops here, sometimes here, or sometimes around the corner here. Not here. Alright. So now I'm going to turn around. So if I go back that way, that's up where the scary skeletons were that chased us, and that goes back to where we started. So we've gone in like a big circle, because we came in over across that bridge over there. It just goes in a big circle. So we're just going to wander around looking for skeletons. Looks like there's a druid, maybe? Yeah, see, he's doing what we're doing. Oh no, he's a necromancer. So he's doing what we're doing. Everybody wants the skeletons because they drop the best stuff, especially at low levels. There's a skeleton there. I can pull him from a distance. Alright, so we got some coin. Skeletons drop money. Money's good. We need money to buy spells. Okay, now, mining. This is a mining node. It's Caspelarite ore. So this is primarily ore used in alchemy and I would say jewelry making. You can get copper out of it. We have a mining quest. If I go to the quests and I look up mining for ore, we are required to get 3 chunks of asherite ore. So it looks similar to this, except it would say asherite ore here. Asherite's what you use for making metal armor and weapons. So we got to find 3 chunks of that. So while we're wandering around here, if we happen to see any, we'll grab it. We also need food and trees. Oh, look, here's some asherite ore. So these nodes spawn in basically the same spot, but not always at the same time. So once we finish this node, as I understand it, another node will appear elsewhere nearby. So it's not the exact same spot. In some games, it's just the same node in the same spot over and over again. They've tried to move it around a little in this game, which is nice. Okay, and then usually up here, there's some jute. Do we need jute? So jute is what you use to make cloth armor out of. So you can pick jute. I don't think we need it, but I'm just grabbing it so you can see. What we need is potatoes. Later on, we'll need jute for another quest, a whole bunch of it. There's another ore node over there. We'll go take a look at that in a second. So there you see we got 4 jute, which you can turn into thread, then you can turn the thread into cloth, and then the cloth you can turn into armor. That's if you're a tailor. And that's kind of what wizards and cloth wearing people need. Monks and such. The better the weapon you have, so this is a basic mining pit with a tool effectiveness of 8. The higher the tool effectiveness, the faster you mine. It doesn't affect, I don't believe, the quantity of what you get or the random chance of getting rare gems. So it just increases the speed, which gets nicer in higher levels because you need to mine a lot of stuff. Okay, there's another crumbler, so we'll grab him. We haven't had a lot of luck with materials so far. By materials, I mean, oh, there's looks like a cleric over there. Oh, we got a free belt. Okay, now it's a cloth belt, but we don't have a belt. See, we don't have one. So if I right click on this, boom, we got a belt. And that adds 1 armor. Now, 1 armor, you say, that's not a lot. No, you're right, it's not a lot. However, at the level we're at, oh, here's a shambler. We're gonna try and kill both these. I don't know how this is gonna go. There's 2 of them. They're blue though, so hopefully that's enough for us to survive. We do have our emergency heal here, should we need it. I've got to be careful because that watchguard guy, he'll come over and kill them. And then I won't be able to get the loot off him, so I don't want that to happen. Okay, 1 down. Now they don't run because they're undead, so we just gotta get his health down before he gets our health down. We seem to be okay. Alright, we made it. And we got some money and stuff to sell, and money and stuff, so we didn't get anything exciting. But we got some experience. And we lived. More importantly. We did have our level 4 spell. I forget what that was. So if we open our bag... Oh, it's our life tap. Right. Corrupt the target's blood and draw it out, dealing between whatever and restoring damage. So it's a little heal. So we get a little heal. That's alright. Can't complain about that. Now if I click on this macros that I've made and name them. So for example, if I open up this one, I called it time. The coding is /time, and it will tell you what time it is. So right now it is 6 a.m. So at 6 a.m., the sun's going to come up, and what happens is there's a change in the game. All of these skeletons will disappear, and they will be replaced by little goblin-type fellas. I forget the name of them off the top of my head. But they drop bags, as well as some gear. So that's good, because we could use bags. Bags means we can hold more stuff, which means we can make more money. But we'll try and get this last skeleton, maybe we can get a free weapon or something. Ah, we got patch cloth sleeves. Again, we're not a cloth wearer, But we don't have patch class sleeves. That's 2 extra armor, which means it's harder for us to die. The higher your armor, the tougher you are. Okay, let's hear the music. That means daylight is coming. We want to get that shambling skeleton before daylight comes. So I think once we've engaged him, he won't disappear. Very soon he would have disappeared and then been replaced by daytime characters. Oh, I clicked on the spider by accident. Means we're now going to fight a spider. That's okay. It's more free experience. It's all experience. See, everybody's running around right now trying to find all the skeletons. They want the money and they want the gear. They can sell another belt. See? We can sell that belt. Spiderling. See, look, he's got the shambling skeleton. Any skeletons up here? No, I don't see any. Oh, there's one. See if we can get him before he disappears. Oh, he's white too. Excellent. So he'll be a good XP. So when that starts to flash, that means it's wearing off. So you want to be, see? So now it disappears. So I want to reattach it. Perfect. Nothing. Good XP though. And some money. Money's always good. Okay, I don't think we're going to find any more skeletons before. Well, it's what time is it? 6? I think it's 7 is when the change happens. So we'll heal up a little bit. See if we can do a quick run that way. See if we can find another skeleton before the sun like drives them back from whence they came. Okay, we're mostly healed. Down shift, do a little sprint. Scan around. Oh, there's this crumbling. Better than nothing. Oh, there's another crumbling. We can kill 2 crumblings. He had a club in his hand. So that indicates to me he may have a free club for us. I don't particularly want to use a club as my main weapon on this guy, but, you know, if it's better than what I'm using, beggars can't be choosers, right? So on this guy we got some money and some bones, and, hey, look at that, we got a weathered club. So let's sit and have a heal. Oh, there's a skeleton there. Just grab him quick before daylight comes. I should be able to beat him. See the watch guard guy? He's killing everybody. He kills it before you do, you can't loot it. Alright, so if I check this one, it is 3 damage with a 3.2 delay. This is 3 damage with a 3.2 delay, so it's basically the same. So it's not an improvement, but we can sell it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over here because I want to keep that. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to keep one of those. It'll eventually go away. I'm going to keep that. This I'm going to sell. So all the stuff that I'm going to sell, I'm going to put up top. This stuff I'm going to keep for later. So now you can see the sun is coming up. Oh, there's a crumbler. Let's grab him before he disappears. There's 2 crumblers. Position ourselves. Go up a defense swing, so we have some parry action. Finish him off. Put our damage over time on him. We've got our parry refreshed. There, oh, we got level 4. So level 4 gives us back to full health. So there we go. So we can take that, go to our inventory, pop this new spell, learn our life tap, open up our spell book, scroll to the bottom, drop it in, and now we have a life tap, which is like a little heal. Probably too late. Occasionally there is a young ghost viper. Remember, we have a quest for him? 2 of them over here, but this guy probably could. Oh, you can see there comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Yeah, I can't sing. Okay, so now let's focus on the quests. So we gotta kill 10 bees. So let's start off with the bees. And we're gonna keep an eye out for those goblin guys. Don't forget, those goblin guys drop bags. What does this use? Essence. Oh, that uses this stuff here. Good to know. So you see how we're a little hurt? If I hit... Oh, he died before I had a chance. So we'll just go find... We gotta kill bees and we gotta kill rats. So we'll just do a little of each. So if I hit him with the tap, boom. See? My health went up. What's this guy here? He won't stand still. I can't click on him. Relevant, I guess. Okay. Now I know that if I go past the shaman area, now remember we're keeping an eye out for those little goblin guys. And up the hill, there's a whole bunch of bees up there that we can go kill. The reason bees are important, they drop beeswax, which can be used to make bags if you're a tailor or a leather worker. And if you want to carry more stuff, you need more bags. Let's check our rat count. Rat. Terrible vermin. 3 of 10. Okay, and we're at 2 of 10 of those. So we're getting there, slowly but surely. Just having a look for those little goblin dudes. Because they drop weapons, money, and bags. There's a forest forager. That's the guy we want right there. No, that was a spiderling. He's gonna fight them both. Oh look, crumbling skeleton. It's not that skeletons aren't always around during the day, there's just more of them at night. Let's life tap this guy. Can help that. Nice. That life tap is good. Okay, so he gave us some sturdy sticks, which is part of a quest. I think the one for the fox fur paintbrush. They're fairly common, so I can just sell them now and then recoup them later off of another guy. Because we're going to kill every one of those goblin dudes we see because we need to get some bags. And free bags are better than ones that we pay for. Oh, there's another one there. See, they're all over. So everybody will be hunting these guys. See, he was trying to get him. I did my range pull first. You gotta be a little... I guess selfish. I don't know. You don't want to steal someone's kill. Look, see, free bag. So now if I go to my inventory, you can see I've got 2 bags. Put that one there. There's an etiquette to this game that most people follow. Some people, not so much. But you don't want to be killing other people's stuff. Sometimes it's a bit of a race because you're both going for the same thing at the same time. See, that's the beeswax I was telling you about, which is good for making bags. So up the hill here, I know there are, see, a whole bunch of bees. And we can quickly, now they are also social. So if you pull one and you pull another too close, you're going to be fighting a bunch of bees. Now, if you're a high level, not a problem. If you're a low level, it's a problem. So you have to be careful. Ah! There's a snake. See that snake? I know that in the shaman area you can get a quest for snakes. So we'll go do that in a bit. The quests are not things that you have to do, but they give you a little bit of money, a little bit of XP, and it kind of just gives you like a focus, like a challenge. You can certainly play this whole game and not do any of the quests. Completely voluntary. Alright, we're getting through the bees. How many bees do we need? 4 more. Oh, we could use a little life tap action. There we go. Oh, died before I could life tap. That's okay, we'll just life tap this one to pull him. Get a little heal. See? Boom, that's not bad. And then we can finish this guy off. And I believe, yeah, we need one more. And there he is, right there. Alright, now we've completed that quest. Let's go and grab wild vegetables. So this is a node, like the mining node, but you get different vegetables and it's all for cooking. We need to get 3 potatoes for that quest. So you harvest the node using your sickle. You see the sickle symbol pops up when I put it, my pointer over it. And then I get a different random chance at different types of vegetables and essences, which are used for making magical, which is just a random pop. So we got black tea leaf. So that makes black tea, surprisingly. Oh, there's a forest forager. We want him. And if you're a cook, you can make different foods, which give you different buffs, which also take care of this, because if I run out of this liquid or I run out of that food, then I cannot heal or I cannot get mana. So healing is food, mana is water. I don't use mana in this character class, but it could be important if you were, say, a caster. Okay, so get my bearings here. I know that that's the pond, there's the bridge, so back here on my left is going to be the shaman area. Yeah, it's just over here on the left. Just having a look around, see if there's any of those goblin fellas. So we're gonna need, I think, 3 or 4 of these snakes. So just make a note of where we see them. There's one there, there's one there. Another spot for bees if you need bees, which we don't anymore. I think there's also a quest for those beetles. So I think it's this girl right over here, Fisher Mira. On the way, we'll grab this Asherite ore because it's fairly popular How are we doing for inventory space? We're getting a little low on inventory space. That's okay. So now we are... we have what's called a bind point. So if we die, we show up at that bind point. We can also teleport to that. Oh, we got a rare gem. We got an uncut turquoise. So we'll save that. See, he's probably doing the snake quest. See, snakes in the grass. They've gotten bold, yada, yada, yada. Kill a bunch of snakes, get 75 XP, 40 copper. If I escape out of here, open up my book, go to the snake quest, which is here. 6 snakes she wants me to kill. So we gotta find 6 snakes. I don't see that way, and I know there was 2 that way. Where was I talking? Oh yes, bind points. So over here in my game files, these macros are saved. Every time they do a patch, because again, it's in early access, so there's lots of patches, this gets reset. So this is what was last saved in my save file. So this starts over every time they do a patch. So I have a macro, which I'll show you in a sec, that allows you to return to your bind point. Now, right now, it's generally in these games not something that everybody gets. Usually, like, only casters get the ability to return to their bind point through a spell called Gate, generally. But because this is an early access game, they have made it so that you can return to your bind point by typing /stuck. Stuck is like if you get caught in a piece of the environment that is not supposed to be working in the way it's working, so you are accidentally stuck, you can use stuck to escape out of that. And then so they've changed it to stuck. But if I do stuck bind, it will return me to my bind point, which is by the Dire Lord trainers where we started off. So it's a quick way to get back to town to sell stuff. And then we just have to run back the way we came. Okay, so that's 2 snakes. Oh yes, we can also skin the snakes. There's another snake over there. So what I'm doing is I'm looking around now to see those 2 guys over there? They are potentially competing for the same things that I am looking for. So I want to make sure they're not going to run over and kill that snake before I have a chance to. Again, a little selfish, I know. Oh, see, there's an essence. So that's what's used for making magic gear. So you save those. And again, it depends on what kind of tailor you are that you can use them for, or what kind of crafting profession you are that you can use them for. We haven't picked a crafting profession. It might not be useful to us, but it will be useful to somebody else, which you can sell for money. Oh, our inventory is full. Alright, so is there anything we want to get rid of? I want to take this ring because it's worth some money. I'm going to get rid of this honey. Just drag it off and drop it. Put this in here. And now since we're full, I think what we'll do is we'll do a... Actually, we can just sell to the shaman guy. So this is the shaman area, as I told you. If you're a shaman, this is where you start. Okay, I kill the snake before they do. And we can sell all of our extra material to the shaman trainer. And then continue adventuring. Because I would like to finish the snake quest while we're here. I opens your inventory, alt right click, and we're just going to sell all this stuff. We're not going to keep any of it. We will keep that stone. We're not going to keep that. We're not going to keep the meat. We're not going to keep that. We're not going to keep that. Oh, emerald spider silk. We need that for a quest. It's usually a pretty rare drop. We're going to keep that. These we're going to sell. And these... I'll keep them for now. Just in case I decide to go food making. Those are good to have. Okay. How many snakes do we need? 2 more. There's a small chance there'll be some snakes over this way. This is the druid, human druid area, I believe. Yep. Ah, there's a snake there. This one and one more, and we're good to go. All right. Got some snake scales, which are a reagent for alchemy, and a snake fang, which is a reagent for alchemy. I'm not an alchemist with this guy, so I'll probably just sell those for money. How much money do we have? Oh, we've got 10 silver now. At our level, that's a significant amount. There's another snake, which will finish our snake quest. And there's a rat right there. Kill him. Finish our rat. Well, not finish, but get closer to finishing our rat quest. How many rats do we need? We need 7 more of those. And with this 10 silver, we can buy some new abilities and a couple of bags. And the good thing about buying bags is we can not only we put the bags in our bag slots here, here, and here and have 5 bags, so we can have more stuff. We can also put a bag in a bank slot. So I think you have, like, let's say, I don't know, 12, just to guess. So if I put a 4-slot bag or a 6-slot bag in one bank slot, now I have that many more spots. So I just want to get this ore. Oh, and there's some wild herbs over there. I don't think we need any wild herbs. No, because they just want potatoes for the quest. We're not an alchemist, so we don't need them necessarily right now. Oh, tattered pelts. I'll have to keep 3 of those off the rats we kill. I think we sold the last ones. Okay. Oh, what's this? A maple tree. So we do need maple. We have a quest for maple. So let's, how much? I think it's just 3. No. Silver blues? Yeah, 3 maple logs. There's no audio animation playing for this. There should be a thunk, 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 but for some reason it's bugged out and not working. That's okay. We got our 3 maple. We got a shimmering celestium, which is another crafting material. Oh, there's some wild vegetables. Let's see if we can get some potatoes. They added this little spark here so you can see them easier. Kind of nice. I don't mind it. I was able to find them before, but it certainly makes it easier to spot at a distance. Oh, I was going to talk about that. If you go up here and you click on this little symbol, it opens up various menus. You go into your settings, and you go into your graphics, I believe it is. You can change your length of distance draw and your shadow distance and clip distance. And that means you can see stuff from further away. So when you're looking for the names of things, the further away you can see, the better. See? So, like, I can't see the name of that tree. I can see the name. See now, see, oh, it's an apple tree. We don't need apples yet. At some point we will. I'm not going to bother with the apple tree right now because I'm concerned about inventory space. Later on, we will need several apples as part of our quest. Actually, you know what? Since we're here, let's go back and get those apples because I can just put them in the bank. Later on, I think we need in this what's called a quest chain. So you complete this quest, then it gives you the next step, the next step, the next step. So it's called a quest chain. And at some point in the quest chain, he wants 10 apples. So since they're here, we can just grab them, dump them in the bank, and then we'll have 10 apples for later. Doesn't hurt. Again, no audio animation. Strange. Oh, 5 apples. Look at that. I think we need 10, so we're halfway. So it's usually between 2 to 5 apples. It's a random amount. 5 is good. Do that again. We would have 10 apples. We would have that quest ready to turn in when we get there. Okay, so now we're looking for rats, and rats give up pelts, so we can do two things at once. Oh, there's some wild vegetables on the way. There's a rat, so we'll get him. And we loot him and get that rat blood, which is also a reagent. And we're going to skin him and hopefully get a tattered pelt, because we need, for the skinning quest, 3 tattered pelts. I think also another quest we need pelts for, I thought. I think you get it from the hunter, but we might not have got. We get a pelt? We did. So we need 3 of those. So good. Grab these vegetables. I think the frogs actually give pelts, if I'm correct. We don't need them per se. So they're light blue. So it goes white, then blue, then light blue, then green, then gray. Gray means that you don't get any experience, and it's a super easy fight. So they are below us. So again, it's gray, then green, or it might even be a light green, I'm not sure. Then light blue, then white, then yellow, then orange, and then red. Orange and red, good luck. Yellow, depending on what class you are, good luck. But yeah, orange and red, you're taking your chances. You better have some heals and stuff. So this guy here, he's a Dire Lord. He is level 17. He belongs to a guild called Moderately Encumbered. And I'm not sure why he's in the Newberry. He's probably just harvesting materials for something. Probably some kind of food-related stuff, I would guess. Or maybe he needs the leather, I don't know. I like that, it's pretty good. It did 26 points of damage. Healed me for 20. Can't complain about that. How are we doing on inventory space? Okay, we're really full. So what we're gonna do is go sell to this shaman vendor over here. Alright, we've got our 3. So we'll go sell the stuff we don't need to the shaman vendor, and then we'll pop across the water and hand in our snake quest. And then we can go to town and hand in some other quests. Alright, so I don't want these scales, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that, or that. I need that, keep that, don't want that. Ah, food. I'm just going to sell it for now. I can always get more later. Not a cook. Keep that. Oh, there's the potatoes for the potato quest. Good. Small rat tooth, don't need that. Keeping that, keeping that. Sturdy stick, I'll keep that. I don't need that. I'm going to get rid of those. I can always get more later. Alright. So, we go over here. There's the girl there. We can swim across, or we can try to slip across on that log, which we did. And we could hand in this quest to her. And we get 40 copper and some XP. Oh, she wants another one. Okay, which will give us some healing potions, which are nice. So she wants us to kill beetles. They're called, if we accept the quest, hit J, shimmering shells, and it's iridescent beetle shell she wants. So we gotta find some beetles. So there's a grass beetle hatchling. Let's pull him and see if he drops a beetle shell for us. He did not. That guy, I'm guessing, is a shaman? Yeah, he's a shaman because he's got a shaman buff. It's a guess. He might not be. He could be a character with a shaman buff. But I'm gonna guess since we're in the shaman area, he's probably... Perhaps he'll notice us and give us some buffs. Ah, iridescent beetle shell. That's one. There's another beetle there. Pull him. There's another apple tree there. See if we can get our apples quest stored away ahead of time. I already cast it. So if you cast a spell, like that one right there, I already cast it. So I didn't want to cast it again. So you can just jump in the middle of the spell and it will stop the spell from casting. So watch. For example, I'm casting it. See, I jump, it interrupts the spell cast. It's a good way to like not cast the same spell and save. Like if you're a caster and you need the mana, for example. How many shells did we need? We need 5. We've done 1. Let's go grab this apple tree. And while we're doing that, we can check and see how many rats we need. 3 more. You get any rat tails? I'm gonna move. Oh, you can't move stuff while you're harvesting? You have to wait till you're completed the harvest. Okay, so I'll put that there because that's a quest item. That's a quest item. We're going to keep that for later. This we're going to sell. Let's see any more beetles. We need rats anyway, so let's get these rats out of the way. Three more. Oh, there's a little piggy way over there. Young slate hide boar. So boar are good because they drop boar blood, which you can use in alchemy to make healing potions. We're not an alchemist, so we don't care, but if we were, that would be important. Plus, they're pretty good XP. They do have a little charge, though, so if I poked that boar from here, he would sprint at me, headbutt me, and then I would be stunned, potentially. Well, there's 2 of those. Kill this beetle, or this rat. Okie dokie. I just gotta AFK quickly. I'll be right back. Alright. I am back. Let's go find, what is it, 2 more beetles we need? 3 more, holy man. Alright, 3 beetles. And 1 rat. Alright, well there's a couple beetles right there. Let's get them out of the way. You can see the leveling, you know, obviously the higher you get in levels, the slower the leveling is. We're almost level 5. 5? Yeah. We don't have our level 5 spell, so we can stuck, as they call it, back and try and get that spell. There, we're level 5. Nice. Oh, look at that. We got ripped off. He didn't have a shell. Alright, we're gonna hit this guy up. See if we can get a shell off of him. There's a rat over there, which will finish our... Rat... What? Oh, we're just having horrible luck, eh? Alright, well, let's kill this rat. I believe that'll finish our rat quest. And we still need 2 more shells. So this fella here is a slog beetle. He's a higher level beetle. He probably won't have a shell, but if I attack this grass beetle, they're social, he will attack me as well. So I have to be careful. Because you can see if I click on him, he is blue. He is light blue. So he would have been white at 4. So it's a good thing we leveled up, and it's a good thing we waited, because we are going to kill that beetle there and hopefully get one of those iridescent shells that we need. I'd say though, it's hard. Yeah, it's only level 5, and we're fighting very simple creatures, but so far, I have to say, the Dire Lord, much like the Paladin, and a bit like the... Oh, there's a blackberry bush. So that gives us blackberries, which can be used to make what's called sparkling water, which is a drink that gives you an agility or a dodge chance. So this guy swinging a sword at you, you dodge out of the way, you don't take any damage. However, there's also, like the apples, it's the other half of the apple quest. You need 10 apples and 10 berries, I think. So we'll just grab these and stick them in the bank for later. Still need... Oh, this should be hopefully the last thing that we need off of this guy. Let's light tap him. Hopefully he coughs it up. Yes, he did. Perfect. So now we can hand that quest in. The other human Dire Lord, like if you were a human Dire Lord, there's nowhere in town for the human Dire Lord. You have to run outside of town, up a big hill, quite far away. I guess they were, you know, Dire Lords were like the opposite of paladins, like the evil paladin, so they put them far out of town. So complete this quest. Now here it says we're going to get 1 small health draft, which restores 35 hit points on use. I think it has like a 3-minute cooldown, so you can only use it once every 3 minutes. So we'll complete the quest, we'll hand it in, and you can see we actually got 10. I don't know why it's like that. It seems to be like that for a lot of quests, but it is what it is. Alright, so we're done that. We can head back into town, we can hand in all the complete ones. We did the bees, we did the rats, and we have those 4 to hand in. That'll give us a little bit of money. And then we can sell this stuff here. We're going to keep that. We can sell that stuff there. And then we should be able to buy some bags. Probably what we'll do is we'll teleport back to our hometown. Grab a spell. No luck with the free gear there. Oh, there's a forager though. That could be a free bag potentially. Have a look around, see if there's any more. So he threw a rock and knocked me down. Can you believe that? How rude. Oh, he's making a break for it. Also social, if I had got closer, that guy would have attacked. Aha! He tried to knock me down this time, but I resisted. And, oh, we got some free bread. And free water. But no bag. No good weapon. Yes, I know we were heading back to town, but I got sidetracked. Gotta strike while the iron's hot. You see the good things, you gotta go after them. Free stuff is free stuff. Later on, we can go fight some bandits. And there's like group bandits. Over there is some group bandits, but they would require a group, which we're not in. Or you can fight non-group bandits. They're a little further out of town. And they drop a lot of good gear, like weapons and armor and stuff that we can increase our guy with. So once we get squared away, we might be able... There's another... See that person there? Selling Wolf Fang earring times 4, 5 health, 5 physical crit, etc, etc. 5 silver. So he's selling jewelry. So you could be a jewelry maker, which is pretty good. That's not a bad deal, actually. So now we can hand in the quest to this guy. So complete all these quests. Let's sell stuff first. So we're going to sell this, sell that, this. We can't sell that. So I'll just close that and I'll just eat and drink that. We can't get rid of it. Okay, now we'll complete the quest. So we complete this one, and the officers is another one. So we'll just complete all the ones, and you can see our money is going up as we complete. We were at 15 and 30 complete, now 16 and 5. Okay, and then what he does is he offers you the next chain of quests. So this one he wants, see, blackberry and apples. So that's why we were saving those. This one he wants boar meat, which is the pigs I was telling you about. Bushel, see, he wants apples. And then he wants, I think, was it coal? Yeah, 5 lumps of coal. Coal is a random drop when you're mining ash. Okay, so we handed in those quests. We got some money, so I'm going to buy, we've got 16 silver, so I'm going to buy 3 bags. They're only a 2 silver each, so we'll buy 1, 2, 3. Now we have 3 bags. I'm just going to put this bag over there and that bag there, and then put them in order. Okay, now we can hold more stuff. We had a quest from the cloth tailor. And that in, get a little bit of money. Golden needles. So she wants you to go. The group bandits, they drop the golden needles. So you kill a bunch of group bandits. Eventually, you'll get a random number generated drop. You'll get the golden needle. You bring it back to her, and you get some money. And then provisioner, we're gonna give her quest complete. She's gonna give us 3 rabbit skillets, which gives us 5 movement speed. So if we complete that quest, we look, she actually gives you 20. Again, I don't know why it's like that. It just is. Okay. Now, we just hit J. Did we hand in all of our quests? We did. So let's go over here. I'm going to open this window by hitting the plus. So this will open a new macro. I'm going to call this macro stuck. And then I'm going to type /stuck bind. The slash tells the game that it's a program or a piece of code. And then stuck and then bind. So I'm going to stuck to my bind point. Okay, it's a bit of a workaround in the game right now. Also, I'm going to move this up to the top so I don't accidentally click it. The way I do that is click these arrows, and you can see here it moves up. I actually pointed at it with my finger and then realized you can't see that on camera. So I moved it from down here to up there, so it's in a safe spot. So now, if I just hit stuck, we teleport back to the Barrow Dark, which is where we started. We're also level 5, so you can see we're level 5. You get these traits, every class gets them, and they give you a free bonus. So this one gives me 1 strength. So I just right click on it, it costs no money. It says right click to buy, but you can see my inventory is 13 silver, 95 copper, cost me nothing. Okay, then I right click on it, it goes into my spell book, and you see my Dire Lord trait 5 gives me increased strength of 1. We need to buy the level 5 spell, which is this one here, Devour Dexterity. So we'll take that one. Do we have a level? No. level 6 spell. We're going to be level 6 soon, so we'll take that one. What is this? Vital Cage. Cloak yourself in malefic power, absorbing up to 1,000. Oh, so anti-spell damage. And then this one, Sagwine Cloak. Your bonds any resistance. Okay, so it's resistance. And well, it's cost 3 silver, so we'll wait. Because it will be a while before we get there. So I can take these, put them in that bag. Now, if I remember correctly, there was a stash keeper. So we'll go here. And what we can do is I can put all of this stuff in... Oh, I didn't hand that quest in. I guess I did. Yeah, I did hand it in. I just have extra left over. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to right-click on all this stuff and drop it in the bank for now. Later on, when we get some bags, we can organize, put a bag. See, if I take this bag here and I put it here, and I right-click, now this bag is in the bank. And I can take stuff from the bank and put it in that bag. So if I close the bank, it's not in my inventory anymore. It's not my bag space. It's in the bank. Even though it maintains its position on the screen, you can move it over here. I can put it there, for example. Close the bank. If I hit O to open all my bags, it doesn't show up. I open up the bank. I hit O again. It closes all the bags. Hit O again. Opens all my bags. It opens the bank bag. So we could put a bunch of bags in the bank and expand. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times 3, 24 slots. 6 times 24, whatever that works out to be, that's how many you could have. Or 10 times 24, 240 slots, because these are 10 slot bags, etc. You get the idea. So I think we're good. We don't need any of that for quests right now. We can put these down here. We have these now, which is nice. A little extra emergency health. And now we can go back out. Now, we have a quest, if you remember, from the cleric in town to discover the Ethereal presence. From the cleric right here. Yeah, Ethereal presence. Locate one of the Ethereal cultist camps in Throwfast. One of. So that implies that there's more than one, which, little hint, there is. But we're going to go to the one right near town, because that's easy. I don't think we can fight Lutherians at this point by ourselves. Maybe. They are not group mobs, I don't believe. So there's a Lutherian cultist. He is yellow. See, now there's nobody here fighting them. So this is what I mean. Like, this is difficult. If I came out here by myself at level 1, I have to hug that wall and sneak past them, plus then go around the corner where all the crazy skeletons are, and I'm not going to do well. And the cultist, the initiate, see that initiate? He's blue, but he casts... Oh no, cultist casts spells. So they're pretty tough. We might be able to take that guy, but he'll probably kill us first. Tempting. Tempting to try. Gonna sneak past that guy. We might get targeted by an initiate. Yep. Oh, okay, targeted by a bunch of them. Okay, so we're in big trouble now. So what we're going to do is run like a coward. So you can see we're taking damage over time. We're being chased. We're almost out of our sprint, so we got to stop sprinting. Oh, somebody cast... A druid cast... Oh, nice. So that druid stopped to save us. You do not have to. He's a level 25 druid, so that was nothing for him. Oh, he gave us so. So that's Spirit of the Wolf. Movement speed increase lasts an hour. So we can run faster. He has other buffs he can give us, but chooses not to, I guess. I'm not going to complain because he gave me a free buff. So now I can run faster. Why does it give you a percentage? No, it just says increase. But it is, as you can see, quite a bit faster. Now, if you recall, I said in this building there was a quest that we could get if we were a high enough level. I don't know if we are, but let's take a look. We are. Trapper's End. So he wants us to go kill Gadai trappers. Later on we're going to go kill Gadais, but just not trappers because they're a little too high for us right now. And if I remember, we got a quest from the Huntress. Oh, we went through the Aetherian area. You see, we completed that quest, so now we can go hand it in. We might be able to get more quests from the Huntress because we're a little higher level. So we'll see if we can. Yes, she wants us to do Nothing Goes to Waste, which is Tattered Pelts, which we already have. 4 in the bank. So we just need to get one more, and then we can hand that quest in. We're going to run up the hill here. Oh, we got jute, right? Remember we got that jute, and I said we didn't need it? I forgot. The cleric here wants us to make bandages to teach you how to stop a bleeding effect with a bandage. You can loot them off bad guys, but it's nice to know how to make them. So we can complete that quest, and then he wants you to go kill some of them. We can do this quest by making some bandages. So let's just quickly run to the bank in town. Now, as I said, remember, occasionally things pop inside specific areas. So in town here, this little building, that's the back of the inn there. This building here, sometimes food pops right here. See, there's a food box. We can open it up and we get free food. We got venison platter, which gives you a constitution buff. So it makes your constitution better. And apple shrooms, which gives you an intellect buff. Not really good for us, but good to have. Constitution means you have more hit points. So more hit points means you die slower. Just check up top. Boom, and not there. So then I just pop out the door here, do a little leap over the balcony, slip into the bank, and we need the jute. I'm gonna grab those pelts because we only need one to finish that quest. I think we're good otherwise. We don't have enough apples or berries yet. I'm gonna put that in the bank for now. Keep that food for now. Down the well is the guy that gives you the rat tail quest. Something they've added also in this game that wasn't in other games, original EverQuest for example, is climbing. You couldn't do this in EverQuest. So it makes the game a little more interesting from a three-dimensional perspective, especially in dungeons and stuff. Right. Oh, yeah, so we're going to try and make the burlap pattern. We need 2 scraps of burlap cloth. Ah, right. So if we read that quest, what does it say? Let's read the quest. Gather 6 jute fibers. So we only have 4, so we need 2 more. Let's go see if we can find 2 more jute fibers. Now, jute is very popular among tailors. So as soon as they see it, they're going to grab it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a place where, oh, we need a boar because we need some boar meat. So let's kill that guy first. But we don't want to be too close to that guy because he'll kill him first. So now we're kind of getting a little distracted. Do we go here? Do we go there? What do we do? We're just trying to do it as we do it. So we need some meat from this guy. If I recall, it was a hunter quest. Yes, no. She wants 5 pelts. The guy in town wants the meat, right? Yeah, 5 more meat. We did not get any meat. Kill this skeleton quickly. See? Distracted. distracted. It's part of the game. Oh, Asherite ore over there. Crumbling skeleton over there. Now we're full of bags, but we could always get more bags, put them in the bank. That way we can hoard more things. That is an issue I have in these games. I always hoard stuff. Alright, now what were we gonna do? Oh, we were looking for jute. So I know that up here, across this little opening, there is occasionally jute. People don't come up here very often. No jute. So we'll just have to hope we come across some whilst adventuring. We're gonna kill this skeleton. We did got a level 5 spell, we're not even using it. Can you believe that? What is wrong with me? Distracted! Alright, let's memorize our level 5 spell. Which I believe is Devour Dexterity, so it's a spell where I can tap them. Let's just read it. Consume the enemy's dexterity, decreasing it by 5 and empowering yourself with the absorb amount for up to 5. So basically I steal 5 of their dexterity. Let's eat this venison food platter. You see it gives us a buff for 45 minutes and we have +2 constitution. If I go into my inventory screen and look at constitution, you can see it increases the armor class and crowd control damage resilience. So it increases our armor class. So it's good for, especially for a tank like us to have. Oh, there's a forager. Want to get him. We'll get this later because this is more important. Let's steal his dexterity, shall we? There, see now we have dexterity for 4 minutes. Oh, we got a cloak. Again, we're not cloth wearers, but hey, it's a free set of shoulders, so we'll take it. Beggars can't be choosers. Oh, 2 coal. We need 5 of those. Oh, there's a piggy pig. We need some meat from him. Watch the charge. Boom. Hits me. Now I'm stunned. See? Not for a long time, but still. Sometimes you can get the meat from just the initial loot, but mostly you get it from skinning. We need 5 meat. It'll also give us a tattered hide, which we can save if we want to make bags, or we want to give to somebody to make bags for us, or sell, or we can just throw it in the bank and begin the hoarding. That's right. Oh, there's some blackberries. We need them. That's the benefit of having that long draw distance. I was able to see that just peeking up top. I think we need 10 of those. By the bushel at 10 apples, 10 blackberries. We have 3 in the bank. And now we've got 7, plus some extra. Fell down there. See if there's any jute up here. Sometimes there's jute up here that people don't bother with. Wild vegetables I'm not concerned with at the moment. I'm going to quick look for some jute. Don't see any. Sprint over this way. Sometimes there's some ore back here. Negative on the ore. Go down and look for some skeletons. No crate. Generally there's a skeleton or a rat around the corner here. Skeleton. This is much easier. We're getting killing much faster now. Well, I don't hate the Dire Lord. It'll be around level 9 or 10. We'll really see the true colors. 12 is when you usually get like the first kind of peak of abilities. So that'll be interesting when we get to 12, but that's going to take a while. It's going to slow down significantly, the leveling process. We get around 8 or so. Because we've been, I don't know, almost a couple hours today. I don't know how long we've been playing, but a couple hours, let's say. 3 o'clock almost. And then we got like 5.5 levels in a couple hours. Then the next time it'll be like 2 levels in a couple of hours, then 1 level in an hour, and then, you know, half a level in an hour. She slows down. But that's when you start to do the premise behind this game that the devs have talked about is they want to encourage group play. Make it a social game. So even though we're doing a solo experience right now, eventually, if I want to keep at a quick leveling pace, I'm going to either have to have some friends in real life who play this game with me and we hook up and play, or I can just grab a random group. And if you go into your social tools, I think it's L, you can hit looking for groups. See this guy here? He's looking for a group in Avender's Pass. He's a level 14 rogue. These people are looking for more. There's nobody there right now. However, it is a weekday, so not a lot of people are playing. And then you can join a group and go do group content. Have some water here. What is our 6th level spell? Final page. Oh, it's the one against spell damage. Let's have a look up top, see if any juke popped. We just need 2. The problem is everybody else just needs 2 as well. So. Nope. None up there. We haven't been lucky enough to see any down here yet either. Oh, let's see if there's a young ghost viper. We need that guy for 2 quests. Check. So usually there's one around here, but that dude probably killed him already. What time is it? 9 o'clock game time. Lots of time. Let's kill this skeleton. So you'll see I do a lot of clicking my hotbar is not like I should really be using my fingers and then hitting the appropriate buttons for the appropriate skill. That is the ideal method. I also have them slaved to my mouse, so I could be doing that. Is faster than clicking, but in this style of play, it's not necessarily speed is required. You can get away with clicking. In some other games, depending on how the combat is done, you may need to... Speed may be a factor. In this game, not so much. We are not having any luck with gear. I know that down at the very end, by the pond, occasionally there's a young ghost viper down there. Let's go take a look. Usually right, I think here where this rat is. Kill this rat. See if we can get it to be replaced by a viper. Before the night is over. Alright, well, I think we've played for about 2 hours. What I think I'm going to do is duck back to our area, sell some of this stuff, buy my level 7 ability, Sanguine Cloak, and then level 8 we get 2 abilities. Throw some more stuff in the bank. Put that there. Put that in the bank. Put that in the bank. Put that in the bank. Keep that on because we got to hand that quest in, and we need that for that quest. That you can't sell, so I'll just eat it. And then I think I'll just park it here, and we'll play again. Continue on next time. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like. Give me any comments. Tell me what you think. Later on, we'll pick a couple professions and decide what we want to do with this guy. Get some better armor. Maybe fight some guys that give better gear. Anyway, that's it for now. So to end the game, you just type /camp. Your guy will sit down. You can see the countdown starts. And then the game will end. You can also just click exit up there to leave immediately if you wanted to. All right, we'll talk to you next time.